This content will be recorded and made available in an accessible alternative format upon request. If you require captioning, transcription, or other communication services to access this content, please contact the Disability Resource Center, DRC, at drc@snhu.edu or 877-591-4723. Select option 4. Hi, class. Welcome to the Module 4 announcement. This little screencast will introduce you to the Shapiro Library and researching, which is something you're going to need to do for the persuasive essay and maybe for the Module 4 journal, because that journal you're going to be picking a topic for the persuasive essay, and maybe you don't know what to write about, and that's okay because by the end of this journal, or by the end of this announcement, um, I'm hoping that you'll have a better idea on how to choose a topic and also how to utilize the databases of the Shapiro Library. So to begin, we start on the home page of our course here for English 122. And to access the library, what you want to do is go over here to where it says Research Writing. And so click on that, and it will bring you to this page. And there's a ton of resources on this page. Not only do you have the SNHU Shapiro Library page, but you have a composition research guide. You have the opposing viewpoints database, which I will talk about that today. You have citation styles and introduction. So this is very good if you've never cited anything before. As you can see, if you go to that page where it says Citation Styles and Introduction, there's several videos on here, and there's also some resources like the APA citation game if you're interested in using APA. It also tells you what APA is compared to MLA if you didn't know. I wouldn't worry too much about Chicago Manual of Style because, well, you might have to use it, but so far in the classes I've taught, SNHU only uses APA or MLA, and you've got the option to use either of those, and you can use these sources. I highly recommend that you do, especially if you're not familiar with it. No one expects you to memorize formatting, but they do expect you to know how to use it. So back on that research writing page, if you scroll down to the bottom, it says contact the Shapiro Library Reference Desk. So if you contact this, you can ask questions. Maybe you aren't sure about a source, or you are unsure, or maybe you just had a question about um, a book or a magazine or how to use a database or whatever, and you haven't watched this video yet. You can always ask a librarian. You can chat with one, or you can just send them an email, or you can, I guess, text them or call them. You can also talk to me, and there's also the Writing Center, and they would be happy to help as well. So once you click on that link to the Shapiro Library, the SNHU Shapiro Library here, it will take you to this home page, and you have thousands of resources here. You not only get the library hours, but you can contact their contact information. But the most interesting one and the most important one is this A to Z database list. That link there will take you to all the databases that the library has. So if you click on that, it'll come up, and you can either do all, or if you know of some. I've mentioned some in comments to people. I talked about JSTOR, and I talked about EBSCOhost. Those are the most popular ones, but those aren't the only ones out there. So let's start with EBSCOhost. So we're going to go to E, and it'll load up there. And as you can see, there's not thousands, but there's a lot of resources on here. There's EasyBib, which is a citation generator. I don't really trust EasyBib because it's not 100% accurate. But here's EBSCOhost, and there's others like ebook collection if you're interested in and have time to get textbooks for your research. But EBSCOhost is really interesting. I'm opening that in a new tab because I want to look at others. If you go to J, there's JSTOR, which is really good. And SNHU does have Project Muse, which is a really good um, database if you're looking for research. There are others out there. Again, those aren't the only ones. JSTOR, Project Muse, and EBSCOhost are the most popular, though. Another one, and it's in this on this page with your others, is the Opposing Viewpoints database, and you're supposed to go look at that for your topic or for the week 4 journal. So if you go to that as well, you can find it either, if you forget to click the link on that research writing page, you can always just click the O here and it comes up, Opposing Viewpoints in Context. I've already clicked on that. I was looking at something there. Anyway, go back to the main page. So as you can see on here, there's like different subjects. You can view all of them. I think it has like the top 3 or whatever, but they're categorized by different things, and you can just look at these, and it would give you a topic as well as other stuff. So say you're interested in well, law and politics. Well, you've got capital punishment here. You've got minimum wage. You have self-defense laws. Minimum wage is really hot right now as a topic. So if you click on minimum wage, what you get is you not only get sort of like an encyclopedic view here about the topic, but you also get featured viewpoints, which would give you an idea, because for a persuasive essay, you're going to have to adopt a viewpoint. You're going to have to be for or against something because you're trying to convince the reader of your position. You also get the added benefit of, here are some statistics to go with that. Here are some academic journals. Here are some primary sources. Here's some audio stuff, some news articles, some videos, some tertiary sources here. So you get a lot more than just a description of the topic. You get resources to go with that. So if you go through the Opposing Viewpoint database, it gives you a more variegated level of research than if you just went to, say, EBSCOhost or JSTOR, because for one, you're going to have something to search for if you go to EBSCOhost. So if you don't know what you want to write about, it's going to be EBSCOhost and JSTOR and Project Muse. It is going to seem like you're going uphill. It doesn't have to be, though. So when you choose EBSCOhost, you'll be confronted with this sort of list of databases here that are all sort of related to EBSCOhost. You don't have to use all these. If you want, I usually just go with this. So you select EBSCOhost, all databases. Select that, and then it'll take you to the page. Well, which one do you want? You can select all or deselect all with this button. Academic Search Complete is probably the best one for this class or for other classes, but if you're taking a history class, you might want to use this American History and Life one. If you just want audio books, hey, here's an audio book one. If you're into child development and adolescent studies, here's a database that has articles about child development and adolescent studies. So there's a lot of resources out there. So we'll just go Academic Search Complete, click Continue, and then it takes you to the place where you can type in your subject. So if we're searching for minimum wage, you can just type that in. There's other things you can do. You definitely want scholarly peer-reviewed journals, so you select that. You want ones with full text, so you can there, and you can even narrow it down by publication date. If you don't want any published, you want them within, say, like the last 5 or 6 years, no more than 10 years. You want them with references available, um, and you can narrow that down. You don't have to do it before, you can do it after. um, I'm just doing it now to help narrow down my search. So I click search for minimum wage, and I get 36 articles. If I hadn't have done full text, references available, and scholarly peer review, see, this is how you can do it after the fact. You can limit it to this. It's also giving me the ones within, well, since 1993. I can limit that to the last, say, 10 years. And that gives me 31 articles to check instead of, a lot. Well, 36 isn't a lot. It eliminated 5, but so you can go through these. You can also put them in a folder to review later, especially if you have a My EndNote web account, by clicking this folder here, this folder icon. There's other ways you can reduce, but that's EBSCOhost. Now this is JSTOR. And we're going to look at the same thing to see what JSTOR gives us, because all databases are not the same. And because it's not Google, you can't search funny cat videos on here unless someone's written an article about funny cat videos. Databases are only going to have as much information as has been loaded into them. So if we search for minimum wage, and I haven't adjusted it any, we should see how many do I have? Oh, I have 80,000 search results. So I didn't adjust it anyway, but I can modify my search, which you need to, because 80,000 is a lot. So I'm going to go to advanced search, and I can narrow it down to articles or books or pamphlets. I can give it a date range. I can narrow it down by discipline. Maybe I just want it to be in business, minimum wage of business, or I can do minimum wage, and so I can do minimum wage and quality of life. If you use these words like all caps and, or, nor, or something, you use those and you can limit your search. I just want articles from 2005 to 2015. Let's see what JSTOR does for me when I do that. So it gave me 110,000 articles. Let's modify the search a little bit more. Let's take out quality of life and just see what happens when I do minimum wage again, because it was 80,000. So by limiting it to the 10 years, I knocked out 70,000, and then I could limit it some more if I wanted to. As you can see here, I could do all results, I could do journals, I could do books, I could do pamphlets. So JSTOR is really good for that. If you have any questions about researching, or what a good source would be, or how do I cite something, or whatever, you're always welcome to ask me. One of the good things about EBSCOhost, and I believe JSTOR has this function as well, if you go into an article and you click the title there, you go into it, EBSCO and JSTOR, they have a cite button right here. So if you click this, it will bring up the citation. So if you want to use APA citation is right here. These aren't 100% accurate, but they're more accurate than, say, EasyBib. So you can find APA here. You can also find MLA right here, and you can just copy and paste that, or you can handwrite it and write it later. You can also go to the Writing Center. Thank you and have a good day.